these characters.
Ooh, we're live. We're live.
I've made characters appear on screen.
Oh, that's not great.
Hello, I do not know what these mean.
That's not great. That's not how you spell Price is Right with those characters.
Hi everybody. This is the Price of Right. This is Big. I'm John. God bless him. But no, we're actually covering here, so we're bringing you back with. It's actually a run-back race, isn't it?
This is my salty run back for bad RNG. I'm going to demolish Mizzow in this race.
He's very salty about it.
I'm furious. I'm furious. Some of you may remember this run from ESA Legends.
Back in December, yes.
Back in December. We are doing a salty run back. We have made some slight modifications to the run to remove RNG through very normal hardware acceptable means.
Well, at the same time, making our lives harder.
Yes, yes.
That justified us doing harder stuff, which is like, yay,
yes.
speedrunning.
And we have been cooking something for final boss.
Yeah, there's an incentive in for us to put on these silly things and do the final boss blindfolded, which if anybody knows this game, knows that that's a terrible idea, and anybody that doesn't know this game is going to realize that it's a terrible idea once we get there. I trust you all to be able to do it.
I'm trying to get the donation in for it already. It's been open for such a short amount of time.
It just went open. I can't get it. I'm gonna have to pass my phone to somebody else and make them do it for me.
Yes. Look at all my bank details, please. Okay. Okay. I'm not doing it, but I'm donating 40 at some point. You don't have a cutscene.
We'll get it at the end. Don't worry.
Yes.
We'll stop before.
We'll pause the timer so that we can put the donation in.
Right. We're ready when you're ready, team.
Oh, okay. Countdown.
Oh, we don't have a button this time. Right, okay.
I love pressing my button. Countdown in the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, no, actually, time's not going.
It's fine. We're so bad at this.
For Guspert. Time is now.
Okay, go.
We're 7 seconds behind already. We're not great at speedrunners.
That's fine.
You saw we put some options in there. We put our name in. Guspert is going to win. We also told the video game that we are very hardcore, and we told it that we like Sundays. Today is Sunday. Today's very cool. There are many good runs on today. The fact that we told it that we like Sundays means that the video game is going to give us bonus rewards from fights today of all days. We're going to be getting some bonus experience, some bonus skill, some bonus PP, some bonus AP, which means we're going to be able to buy some things, level up faster, get our abilities mastered faster.
I love that the first thing I need to do in my speedrun is make sure that the computer is the right day of the week.
Yes, that was an actual step that we had to go through to protect today.
We always get the same response as well. It's one of confusion.
So, this game doesn't look like a regular Final Fantasy game. We have in front of us a 3D fighter Final Fantasy spin-off game. You'll notice some numbers that are going to be disappearing very shortly, so I should have said this about a minute ago. Big blue number, health bars, those are cool. There's 2 different types of attacks in this game. There are bravery attacks and there are HP attacks. Bravery attacks take the big number that is above our HP bar, and when we hit enemies, it increases by the amount of damage that we do, and theirs decreases by the amount of damage that we do. When we use HP attacks, a HP attack deals the amount of damage of that number. You'll have saw earlier that number turned blue. That means that the HP attack will be able to land a killing blow.
It'll become very obvious very quickly, but a lot of this game is actually, it's not just about understanding like the arenas and the characters and things like that. There's a lot of behind the scenes understanding of how the AI works, which is why in as many fights as physically possible, we'll try to go out of our way to one-shot mobs. So you might just be like, why can't you just apply damage now and do it 2 or 3 times? It's like, because every time we do that, as the enemy's HP gets lower, their AI is going to change, sometimes very significantly. So if we can keep a mob at full HP, we can better understand what it's going to do at what times, and then try and just take it out in a single blow, which makes our lives a lot easier. And definitely a lot of, especially the higher tier AIs in this game, that will just start doing crazy, unpredictable nonsense once they start getting into low HP values.
So some of the higher levels AI actually perform at inhumane, unreactable levels.
Yeah, they like to do some frame -1
You're
nonsense.
too slow!
Thank you, we're working on it.
Oh, thank you. That's what we like to see. With the opponent's bravery number dropping to 0, you'll see a number in the middle just now. When that happens, they go into a state called Bravery Break. And because we Bravery broke them, we have the number in the middle of the screen added to our Bravery. It's a reward for punishing the opponent.
It's like the free parking square on a Monopoly board. It's once you break your opponent, you get all of that extra bravery into your pocket, which just doubles up the fact that not only if we put them in an extremely a terribly defensive state, it's also the case of where we just get to now slam them with a massive amount of damage. Why don't we just take a wee break from our
I think we have some things to read.
Scottish tones and let our donation reader actually get his job done.
I think we have some numbers on a screen.
Oh, absolutely. We have the donations are just pouring in here. So we had a $120 anonymous donation. Thank you very much. And this also went towards the blindfolded incentive here.
Thank you to you, whoever you are.
Thank you. And on top of that, we got another $120 donation from Mr. Rido.
I beg your pardon? That's him in the room.
And with the message, let's go, lads. Let the rematch commence. Keep up the good work for charity. Honk. And there was also a shirt grabbed there. Actually, there were all three of the shirts grabbed for that one. So that very good choice. Thank you very much for that donation, which also went to the blindfolded incentive.
$120 donations are big value. You get your 3 shirts. You can sometimes put things towards a poll. You can put things towards an incentive. You're claiming rewards. You're doing incentives. You're doing polls. You're giving to charity. How much more can you ask for?
I still haven't worked out what a freeway bog off is. Bog off meaning buy one get one free, because you actually get to just triple dip your donations here. You get your shirts, you get your polls, and you get your incentives. We haven't really transitioned out of the intermission part. We're meant to be doing a run. Yeah, so just to clarify a couple of things, we're actually not going to be playing this character for much longer. This is the Warrior of Light, also known as the FF1 protagonist, but we are forced to play him for the 4 little tutorial fights at the start plus this prologue section. But he is clunky and slow, and that's bad for speedrunning. So as soon as we get an opportunity, which is after these next couple of battles, we are going to shelf him and go pick up a fresh character, also known as Zidane from Final Fantasy IX, who... I'll be honest, when I picked up this game, I get the battle gen. When I picked up this game, I just played him because I liked FF9, and then over time we discovered it's like, oh no, he's actually the fastest character in the game. Whoopsies.
I think I got my battle gen as well, but I'm not.
Ooh, nice. I like when we both get the same stuff.
Yes, we're looking for very similar RNG in this one. We like fair races here.
Yes.
We didn't explain the structure of the run. You're saying we're playing Warrior of Light, and then we're playing Zidane.
Yeah, so this is just...
What is any percent?
This is just your basic any percent. So we start from a fresh file, and our goal is to beat the story-based final boss, which, if you've ever played Dissidia, it was a 2008 PSP game. It was Square Enix's attempt at your kind of 3D arena, almost kind of Smash Brothers, but they added in so many like Final Fantasy-esque RPG elements that it became just a customizer's dream of how unique you can make your characters and your builds, even though you're fighting a 3D battle arena.
Confirmed battle gen. Wouldn't call it a Smash Bros. Closer to a, I'm going to mix up which one it is, a Tenkaichi? A Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi? Maybe a
Tenkaichi Budokai was the 3D one.
Yeah.
Just straight Budokai was like the 2.5D one.
Yeah.
In my opinion was the better one, but you know, don't shoot me.
That's some throwbacks.
That is some early PlayStation 2 lore. But yeah, we're both coming up for our final fight here, and then we're off to go get Zidane, and then it's basically the real run begins. We have this like kind of initial 7 minutes of just, right, we just need to get through this nonsense. Leaderboard mods, please cut this bit out of the run, please, thank you.
That's true, that's true. If we cut this bit out of the run, where we're not even in the actual video game yet, we're just doing a tutorial, we would have a sub 1 run.
Oh, absolutely, for free. It'd be great. But this is the unifying, but as much as we're going to be playing the same character, if you go to the boards or look at like the other runners and X runners. Oh, what am I doing? New tech apparently.
So to elaborate on that, we have 7 minutes of this tutorial section where we're first Warrior of Light. We then play a 5-stage solo character story. The stages are like chessboards, similar to the ones that you've been seeing, but a little touch more in depth. A 5-stage character story, and then a 4-stage any character story, culminating in the final boss.
What on earth was that?
I don't know, but I made a mistake because of it. Let's have Zeta tell us what it was.
Oh my god, we have a donation from an anonymous donor of $800.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
Wow, thank you so much for that donation.
Anonymous?
Anonymous, no message, but they did put towards the poll to save Jill in the Golden Sun run, and they also put the money towards the Jack and Dexter target. So definitely when you are making these donations, check out the our polls, our targets, and also the rewards that you can get. That's wow, fantastic. Thank you so much supporting this very great cause that we are collecting money for here at DSA.
How is that target doing? Because that's actually coming up not after this run, but after Darkest Dungeon, right?
So the Jack and
Pardon?
Dexter one?
Jack and Dexter
I
or Golden
think-
Sun? Jack and Dexter is later tonight, yes.
Yes, I think this actually, yes, this pulled us over the line, and as far as I can see here, we have met the Jack and Dexter target, so we will be seeing that. So that's very cool.
Thank you, Mr. Anonymous. I've just made the world's worst menu in the history of all time.
You think that's bad? I went into accomplishments. I've never been in there in my life. What is that? I don't know what's in there.
That's not a real button. I'm now going in reverse directions. Thank you, Mr. Anonymous. Golden Sun, by the way, is an amazing run to watch. Golden Sun has... ironic that we're talking about that after that shambles of a menu that we've both just performed, but Golden Sun has some beautiful menuing in it and some incredibly intricate combat details. It's a very well put together game. The developers make absolute works of art. If you've ever listened to Boy talk about it, he raves about that game.
Staratar,
Hello.
not to put anybody in a panic, is your game doing random freezes as well?
You're just slow.
No.
Let's get on with it.
I'm sure it will be fine. I'm saying it now to not jinx it.
We pray.
But yeah, welcome to Zidane. Now we actually get to play a good character. So Zidane was each character we get from Final Fantasies 1 through 10. We have the hero and the villain, and then they bring Shantoto from 11, which nobody knows because nobody played that game. Sorry, and Gabrand from 12. But Zidane is designed as this very aerial fighter. His ground presence is basically non-existent to the point where we actually just take all of his ground abilities off.
We don't have ground attacks equipped right now.
Yeah, no, we take them all off. That's how bad they are. We would rather he do nothing than attempt to do a ground maneuver. And we both actually got access to the shop. So we mentioned this earlier. So during the prologue, we got a...
You may have just thought what happened there. It said accessory created on my screen.
I hope they can see what's happening to my game at home. Because every time it happens, my heart just skips a beat.
Oh no. In the tutorial, both of us had a random chance loot drop. We don't actually care about the piece of loot itself, but to be able to access the shop in this game, you either need to have obtained an item, which the only way to do that before having the shop would be to have one of these random drops effectively, or have completed 3 battles. So we either got access to the shop before the 3 fights that we just did there, or after the 3 fights that we just did there. Thankfully, we both got it before because it does change those fights slightly and change our menuing slightly. When we went into Zidane, at first we also did an ability menu. Obviously, we removed his useless ground attack, but we have only one aerial attack equipped just now called Swift Attack. But we have it equipped 3 times currently. This is because you can master abilities, and mastering abilities halves the equipment cost of them. Well, I almost messed this fight up. That would have been excruciatingly bad. I hope I still don't.
Oh no, he's off at a wander.
Oh, we're good. Did you get the crit?
Nah, he's off. That's an actual...
We've got a lead, boys and girls.
You should have seen my Garland fight. I just ran up and pressed Shield of Light.
You should have seen the start of the run where we both lost 7 seconds to
yeah, we
getting
just were not on the correct
core
screen
component
whatsoever.
of the game.
Okay, that was a beat recovery. So unfortunately, I couldn't just go chase him down and attack him. There's you'll see when we go back to the board. There's this value DP on the side. though the amount of points we have of those at the end of a map determines our rewards, and we really need those. So the condition for this fight was you had to crit him within 10 seconds. So the fact that he just started wandering off like Tony Hawk's, it meant that I ran out of time for that one, so I had to restart it. In fact, we could talk about chaining here as well. So if you fight one piece while standing next to an adjacent piece, it will automatically combo you into that piece. It helps when you're trying to conserve DP because that's your movement currency, but it also means that we don't need to do this fight, so we're just going to run from it. So we lose time in all of these load times, and it costs us 2 DP to do it. But in the long run, it's definitely worth it rather than fighting that piece at level 3 with barely any utility.
I'm going to need some quiet. This is the first boss fight. Kefka 1.
This is
arguably the hardest fight of the game.
Nope.
Got him. Great.
Good luck.
One of us is not
No!
serious enough.
Honest, I'm going again. Believe is back. You get hit by him really quick, please?
Yeah, let me just work on that.
Thank you.
I'm not critting. Holy moly.
Please behave yourself, Mr. Kefka.
Okay. We're just doing the long way. So this is our EX burst. Anybody that's played Final Fantasy, so especially when you hit that kind of 7+ era.
Oh, we synced back
we
up because
synced?
you mashed.
Woo!
Because you mashed, we synced back
I had
up.
to.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh my god, I've caught up. Let's go. Yeah, so characters kind of have these kind of like these trances, overdrives, limits, whatever your favorite game. It's whatever mechanic is in there. So Zidane gets to pop into his trance mode. It gives us increased crit rate. It gives us
Health regeneration.
gives us health regen, gives us extra jumps, which we don't really make use of, but it's very, very handy in like PvP and things like that. And I'm clipping that sync. That was wonderful. I'm submitting that wherever I go.
Oh, that was nice.
I need that in a recap.
I was
That
ahead, and
glorious.
then you were ahead, and now we're back in time. It's beautiful.
Back in, oh no. Do I do it again?
No.
Yeah, so you fill up your EX gauge in the fights, or you can pick up potions in the overworld, and it just gives you a temporary like kind of super state. Where if you do a HP attack in that state, you can go into your EX burst, which drains all of it, but lets us do those super attacks. So this is Tempest looping. We got this ability right before Kefka and we were using it there, but that's a difficult fight to explain it in. So what we can do is we can dodge out of... oh god, that's every time, man, my heart skips. Woo.
Tempest is a two-part attack. There's the downward sweep at the start of it, and then there's the like chain attack that you've actually seen us do as the second part of swift attack. We can do just the downward spiral underneath us that keeps the enemy kind of trapped in that spiral, and then dodge out of it, cancelling the ability, gaining some vertical height, and then hit the opponent with it again. This fight can be annoying.
We'll be doing this all over the early game because the AI is silly enough to allow us to do it to them. Once we get into the mid game, we're going to abandon it for a while, and then in the late game, it basically becomes near impossible to get some of the advanced AIs to behave with it. It is freezing. My heart is starting.
What you doing?
I don't know. The game's just constantly freezing, man, but it's fine. See, as long as it doesn't die, I don't care. We're winning.
That was close.
So when we go into fights, I hope this is enough damage. When we go into fights, there is some RNG, not only in terms of what the AI is going to do, but also the type of AI that the AI is.
There's a couple of other...
Sometimes this fight can go extremely poorly.
In the kind of standard mob fights that we're kind of working through the boards here, where am I going? Alexander on, thank you. These maps, there's actually 3 individual spawns of each map, and it just rolls up 1 in 3 every time you start it. That position, you now need to consider, okay, where am I in the map? How am I going to engage them? What offensive and defensive movements can the opponents do? But I hate that. Sorry, every time the game does that, it completely throws me off.
Throws you off?
Stop. You're barred. We're
Where's
banned.
Robo? I need
Leave.
Robo Sparkle.
Just leave.
I need Robo Sparkle.
Go away. What was I saying? Alexander, board. All right, yeah. So we need to like the AI can change entirely. It can be very aggressive and be very defensive.
Oh,
we don't even talk about the fact that when EX cores, which allow us to get our super modes a lot faster, completely changes their AI from one determining to another. But when you get to these boss battles, usually we're skipping cutscenes, but usually they always come with them.
I made a mistake.
What did you do?
No Alexander. Which makes...
Just put it on. It's fine.
Yeah, but Firin too.
Put it on.
How do I...
Okay, I'm just gonna restart that. Never mind.
I will erase you and your soul.
Okay, well, I need to explain a couple of things in relation to HP attacks and bravery. When we use a HP attack, it resets our bravery to 0 and we get put in a state called bravery regeneration. In this state, your bravery is slowly climbing back to its baseline value, and the pace at which it is climbing also increases. But whilst you're in this state, you get guaranteed crits, which is how we got that guaranteed crit on the Bart's piece before Kefka. The summon that we've just got, Alexander, makes it so that when we bravery break an opponent, it actually freezes our bravery at the value.
After you get your break reward, it freezes it, which is it's good and bad because it means that it can't be reduced even after you use HP attacks, but it also can't ever be increased. They only last for a short time. You see over the summoning symbol, there's like a little bar that just is gradually depleting. It sounds like we're explaining a lot, but the game is actually incredibly simple. It just the complexity of it is when you start putting mechanics together. Like you put a couple of simple things all in the same like 3-5 second window, and it feels a bit more complicated, but it's actually really wonderful.
There's also mechanics in this game that are not mirrored in any other game. If you look at a Final Fantasy game, it's like, oh, you press attack and then the mob gets hit, or you press magic and then you get to like use your MP bar. You press items and there are consumable things in your inventory that you can use. There's many things in Dissidia that are not in any games other than other Dissidia games.
Dissidia and Duodecim, both on the PSP, were actually very successful games. We don't talk about NT. Please do not ask us about NT.
I don't know what that is. Shh, don't talk. What's NT?
This is probably a really good time for our beautiful host to do some donations if they'd like.
Absolutely. We have $25 from Uncle Unji with no message, but donating towards the blindfolded target. So thank you very much for that donation. And we also have $50 from Swede Ula saying for Goosebird, and also claiming a Goosebird shirt and also putting it towards the blindfolded target, which I think thanks to this donation was met. So it's pretty good to see a blindfolded final boss. Nice. Thank you very much for the donation.
Thanks. I love my final boss being nearly impossible.
For reference, try to imagine doing these fights with the amount of information that you could ascertain blindfolded, and then realize that we're like both literally and figuratively fighting Satan.
The final boss is you fight the largest mob in the game in the tiniest arena in the game. He's super aggro, does a ton of damage, and doesn't take a lot of damage in return.
He has insane combos.
He has
incredibly
super
fast
armors.
reactions.
He teleports, has super armors, has undodgeables, and has a infinite summon that he just gets to do whatever he wants with it all the time.
Also, to kill him, you need to kill him 3 times.
Oh yeah.
We're doing all 3 of them blindfolded.
If you die during any of them, back to the start.
You restart. It's 3 phases, and it's just the same phase from fresh, getting progressively more difficult.
So let's talk about soft resetting real quick. I'm going to close my game. I might just decide to not turn it back on if Kira Will's freezing nonsense. So as soon as it saves here, it's actually faster for me to just soft reset the game rather than go into floor 5, do all the cutscenes, and then come out of that story. It's better for me to just soft reset when the game is saved, because I'm going to go do a little detour, which is, you might have noticed that Zidane's actually, he's fast, but he's really weak. So we're now going to go make him very, very powerful. We're going in our training arc.
I'm now suffering the consequences of my previous actions.
Good.
I bravery broke him, and then I kept hitting him to increase my bravery. That's not how this fight works if you equip your summon in the wrong place. Your summon has limited charges, so I was actually wanting that to not proc on that fight, but I was dumb 4 fights ago.
Casual reminder, swift attack for Furion.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going up against an opponent that can basically one-shot me and is incredibly powerful, and we're going to AI manipulate him using our movement. I'm just bad at it, apparently, though. Yeah, so the spawns and the way that we move our characters and time everything, we're going to abuse a little quirk in his AI to actually we're going to have him attack us, but then we're going to perfect parry his attack in melee range of him, and the explosion of that, he ends up just hitting himself. So I'm not dealing that damage, I'm making him hit himself. I'm just going to double check this. I did not get an experience boost. So we're going to do this 3 times, and then we're going to do some crazy leveling, now that it gives us access to make him even stronger. This is the second fight. Okay, we're doing good so far. Here's Alexander, so I'm actually going to defeat him this time, now that Alexander's here and is allowing me to keep my bravery.
Oh, I'm gonna have a rough time with that, huh?
Gonna get this EX core. Uh-oh. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. See you later, nerd. I'm way too close. Okay, he blocked. Let's go. Yeah, so genuinely, Furion is actually the polar opposite to Zidane. He's an extremely advanced ground character and is garbage in the air. But if he ever hits me, it's basically just game over. Like, it's not even a joke. So very quick. So in our play plan, we'll explain that in a second. We actually now have a ×5 experience. So this fight, we're going to go from level, what are we, 16 to 30, 31. And by gaining access to level 30, it allows us to go buy more CPU level ups, and we're going to make him even more powerful.
Okay, that'll need to do it. A bad thing happened with my feeding. That'll just... Oh, we need to hit a very specific XP breakpoint, otherwise our XP farm in and of itself breaks. And I'm a little behind in tools because the thing I was going to use to defeat this feeding I do not have.
Okay, so now we're going to abuse this soft reset again. We got level 30, that's good. I'm going to wait until it saves, but not use this menu. Soft reset. So what this has done is, the game has saved that I have experience and leveled up. It has not saved the advancement of the play plan. So I'm stronger, but I still have that ×5 experience.
Great for me. I got 15, we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
No, my first fight was horrendous. I forgot to equip swift attack.
Go do it now, you're fine.
Oh yeah, because I haven't actually defeated them.
So as you can see here, we still have this 5 times experience. So it's not even, like, this isn't even considered like glitch, it's just that the game saves different elements of it at different times. So we soft reset the game after it's saved one element, but not the other. So now, you'll notice that he can just kill me immediately. He's very scary.
People may notice, by the way, that my feeding is on 1 HP. You've been seeing opponents get slammed into walls and taking additional damage from HP attacks.
Oh dear.
Sometimes these feedings have accessories on that affects the amount of damage that they take, but traditionally, this is if you get slammed into a wall from a HP attack or from a bravery attack for what it's worth, you take an additional 50%. I almost did it. I almost ruined my save file.
Don't do that.
I almost ruined my save file.
So now we go from level 30 to 56. And then we're going to do it again.
You low rolled.
Yes. I didn't get the Brave Blade equipment set.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So because we hit level 30, we unlock the ability to buy higher CPU level increase caps, and the main mechanic that we are abusing here is the fact that in addition to higher level people being stronger, truly a crazy concept, when you are a higher level than your opponent, you gain a bravery bonus.
We're going to abuse that as soon as we're done here, because now we're going to skyrocket our levels above everything that we're going to fight for the next like 20 minutes.
Yes. So we're using Furian's bravery bonus against him, and I don't know if you guys remember. I ruined it. What do I do?
What's happening?
I ruined it.
You good now?
No. I then soft reset. Never before been done in a run. We are cooking things live on the side.
Are you making it happen?
I'm just gonna have to fight Fury in like 4 or 5 times, right?
That's fine.
There's no other way. Okay, so I just emptied probably about 5 minutes, which is highly unfortunate.
You still have your times 5?
No. No, because I didn't soft reset.
Do you have a save state for it?
No. What am I doing?
Right. So now we're going back into, so this is, we actually abandoned this stage earlier, but through the soft reset. So now we're actually back in Zidane's story. And now everything is incredibly dead. So whereas before we left here, Zidane was actually very much the underdog. He was under-leveled, he did next to no damage. You'll have saw how many attacks we were doing and it was hitting for like, you know, 1, 2, 3 damage or whatever, right? But now we're back, and because we so incredibly over-level all of the opponents, it's just game over for them at this point. So this is our carry mechanic through the remaining of the early game and into the mid game, and then once we hit the late game, things start to balance out again, where we're actually going up against mobs that have the potential to deal a lot of damage and actually win fights against us again. So for the next, like, maybe give or take, what's our timer just now? Give or take like 12, 15 minutes. We're just kind of tearing through the mid game at this point. This would be a fantastic time for you to catch up there, Zeta, if you fancy it.
Oh, absolutely. We have $65 from Guru with no message, but thanks a lot for the donation. And they also took the opportunity to get a shirt and one of the nice keychains. Then we also have a donation from RoboSparkle of $40 with a message, and then let's see if I can make this justice.
Oh no.
Dear Mizzow, there is no way I'm letting Yuna get through this unless you see more quality puns. Hopefully these will tide us over until chat donates for more.
Can I leave?
RoboSparkle, I'm really behind in this run. Can you donate more puns so that this tilts off the face of the planet?
Thank you very
He
much.
made chat send me Pokemon puns last night when I was hosting, and it was awful.
Thank you, RoboSparkle.
Thank you, Robo. You're absolutely bless your heart. I do not need Final Fantasy puns in my life. No, thank you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, so welcome to the boss of Zidane's campaign. This is Kuja, the antagonist of his story. So there's a very interesting gimmick here, actually. Every other route, this fight has been very, very easy. The irony is that we're so powerful now that it actually makes this fight a little bit tricky. He has a summon that can reduce our bravery to... Yep, okay, so you're going to see this here. So he uses Carbuncle, it copies his bravery over to ours, and 200 is a significantly less than his HP pool of like 1800. So we need to kill him before he uses it. 2200 actually his HP is. He's actually a small nightmare, as you can see. He can actually dash towards you, which makes the fight super, super easy, or he can backflip away, or he can just make like a bird and fly away, which is like, oh thanks, Kuja. Now I'm just going to have to chase you down all over the place. But it's just faster to reset and just deal with the cutscene again. So now we're actually out of Zidane's story. So
I don't know who this we is.
Look, if my game setup here is anything to go by, eventually it's just going to crash. With these freezes, it's just going to crash. We're going to have to do it all over again, restart the timer, we're going to have a blast. For the first time, this event will be behind schedule. So now we're actually going into Shade Impulse. So the way this game is designed and the way it tends for you to play it is for you to go through all of the character stories. There's 10 of them base. You unlock two more later on, basically, when you're at the end of the game. And that's meant to give you like access to items and power-ups. And, you know, it gives you a chance to decide... Yeah, it gives you a chance to decide which of the characters you want to take into the end game. But instead, we're just going to jump straight into the end game. So now we have 4 Shade Impulses, they're called. Each one, 1, 2, and 3 have 5 floors, and the last one, number 4, has 2 floors. So this is kind of the games, like if you're actually like watching all the cutscenes, all of the character stories all have like interlinking cutscenes that's telling you the overall story. But basically at this point is that we're in a state of like we're losing. The overall premise of Dissidia is that, you know, good god, bad god, summon good guys, bad guys, and you fight. And now we're at a point in the game where good goddess is dead and bad guys are winning. So now we're on this last-ditch attempt to take the fight to them. And these fights are meant to be incredibly difficult, but again, because of the manipulation and the way that we were able to damage the Furion earlier, this like first couple of Shade Impulses is a lot of we are going to run at you and we're going to use Big Blast on you and you're going to go away and leave us alone.
Brother, hear me out.
Hello.
I killed Furion like 4 times. I don't need to grab the Rosetta Stone.
Sure, I'll take you on.
Hear me out. See when we get a Shade Impulse 2, do you want to just do a soft reset and just stop? We'll just go from there.
Okay, yeah.
I would rather have have a good showcase.
So, in Shade Impulse 2, 3, and 4, there is an unavoidable piece of RNG that will keep us flipping coins, literally, until we get a specific board skill, like a Mizzow and Cure in the corner, and we have save states to remove the RNG. I did Furion until I hit level 73, for what it's worth. So, like, I think it's fair, like, I would still be in line with my save state.
I'm more for the showcase than the integrity of the race. Like, we're here to have fun. We're here to raise money for charity. I'd rather put on a good show.
I'm putting a blindfold on.
Yes, we are actually doing that.
I'm not
They're gonna make us suffer, man.
7-second time loss. Oh, chest.
Why did we do this? Why are we like this? We let them do this to us.
Also, this fight, Kuja, was in the practice room. As is tradition with a marathon event, there's only 2 ways this fight goes, and in the practice room, it went a third.
Sure, I'll take you.
And the whole, I've never seen it do that before, type scenario. So Kuja there on the 2 platforms that we have, mid showcase the summon going off. That's what happens if things go wrong. If things go right, things go one of 2 ways. He can only do 2 things, and if you play it correctly, you win. Either he jumps backwards, in which case you follow straight through and hit free energy, and if you're slow, the summon goes off and the fight is ruined, and you get time loss. Or Kuja moves and dashes towards you, in which case you need to dash at him, block him to put him in some like hit lag, and then hit your free energy. In the practice room, he somehow dashed past me as I pressed free energy, and then Zidane like broke his neck backwards
and twisted around.
Yes, and did a backflip and hit the free energy behind him. Absolute hero.
Free energy is like arguably the best ability in the game, and it's maybe not even close.
Free energy is very likely the main reason for Zidane being fastest. It's as soon as you get out of character stories, it's absolutely the reason for Zidane being fastest. We had the individual character story earlier. Well, like the one that I've just finished, defeating Kuja. But all of the character stories are different and take varying amounts of time. I would say Zidane's is the 2nd fastest.
Tidus is what, 14 minutes?
I don't think Cloud's faster, right?
Just under 17. They're close.
Zidane is the lowest 16.
Unless your name is Warrior of Light, Terra, Squall, like they're pretty decent.
They're within a few minutes, but they're also short segments. They're like 15 to 25 minute segments.
Yeah. Oh no, Warrior of Light is like 30. It's awful. He's actually an awful character. The problem is that they load his, like they treat him as kind of like the soft main character of the story, because he's this. It's a very good choice. He's a blank slate. Versus the rest of the other characters, because FF1 like didn't really do character progression outside of just numbers. So his story is incredibly long. But you know, that's the kind of fun thing about the game. Anybody that's seen other runners play it or has been to the leaderboards or anything will realize that people just play whatever character they want and then just compete like within that character basically. There's a central board that has everything on it, but there's also just character boards.
Real quick, look at that chest.
It's gone.
We've passed by that, it's gone, and we're doing blindfolded chaos. In that chest is likely the strongest item in the game.
Yeah.
It used to be righted in until I decided that we should have fun when we play this video game.
We're not starting this.
We're starting this.
We're not starting.
You're almost actually the most we're starting this.
If we're starting this, you're catching up manually.
As opposed to...
Save stating.
But I'm like I'm gonna load this thing when I get to the part. In that chest is an item called a Valor Incense. A Valor Incense is a one-time use equipable accessory that increases your initial bravery by 100%. So, for example, my initial bravery against Onion Knight is 3,900. With that item equipped, it would be 8,000. Which obviously doesn't make a difference when he has 1400 HP, but when there isn't a level gap and you have 900 initial bravery, and your opponent has 10k HP and you change your 900 initial bravery to almost 2000, and it gets a little crazy. That item would make the final boss fight significantly easier, especially whilst blindfolded. But it's cringe and boring and requires that we do a menu at the end of the game, and that's dumb and bad. When you progress through the story in this game and meet certain things, be that there's so many different flags for it that I don't even know what they could be. It could be like your character has a certain level, or you defeat a certain number of a certain character, or you earn a certain amount of items. You get bonus things and they pop up when they come into the menu and they waste so much time. And it used to be that when we did the menu to equip that item before the final boss, it took like 20 plus seconds to equip one accessory because 18 seconds of it was getting rid of pop-ups.
Yeah.
It was like using the internet in 2003. It was crazy.
Sure, I'll take
Like, you're not that old.
I don't want to play LimeWire Simulator in my speedrun.
You were 1 year old in that year. You don't know what
They
LimeWire
can't know. They can't know. Unfortunately.
You've just made a bunch of people at home feel so old.
Unfortunately, in 2003, as we're all aware, you were 38.
Thanks. I do my best. I look very young. Yeah, so I just did this killer menu. All of that AP routing and progression we were doing at the start of the game is now finally paid off, where a key mechanic for most characters with this game are chain attacks, where you master your bravery ability, which not only reduces the equipment cost of it, but then you get this new ability which chains into it. Sorry, you're going to come over. So this is my basic ability here. I'm going to follow through with it, and then I'm going to press square, and now it's going to morph into this HP attack. This combo ability is just going to be a massive tool for us for the rest of the game. We still have Tempest, and we still have free energy, and we're still going to make use of both of them. But for any fight that starts trying to play funny and actually fight at our levels, we are going to just go, okay, I'm going to hit you very fast, and I'm going to throw you into the air, and I'm going to have laser swords hunt you down.
Traditionally, because they are supposed to be less rewarding, bravery attacks are much easier to hit than HP attacks. So the fact that you can use a bravery attack, ours literally being called Swift Attack, and let me tell you, the name fits. And land a HP attack off of that, like including the fact that it does additional bonus bravery damage, is huge value.
For context, Swift Attack lands on frame 2. No ability lands on frame 1. Every ability in the game does not have a frame 1.
Swift Attack is the swiftest of all the attacks.
Yes. Which is, it's ironic because it's also the, like, damage-wise, it's the worst attack in the game. It does 2 minimum damage hits. But it gives you setup, so it's wonderful.
Oh, a bad thing's happened. Because I'm lower level, because, why do I have that equipped?
Can I sneak in a little message?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so because of all the great donations we got in, we met the incentives that we had open. So, on this theme of like leveling up things, we opened a new incentive to level up this whole show a little bit more. So this is for the old school RuneScape run later today. And it's an incentive to add a 4th bingo line. So it's going to be a bingo run, and we're going to make it more bingo in the bingo. So that is a $2,000 target that we are looking at. So get those donations in to get more bingo in the bingo later today.
I can tell you right now, Star and I are actually...
We're the hosts.
Yeah, we're doing the host for that run. We've been speaking with the runners. They are an absolute vibe, and any more RuneScape... It's an odd one. Anytime you bring MMOs to an event, trust me, I know. it's always a bit of an odd one. These gentlemen are going to put on an absolute show for you, so anything that you can throw at it to mean that they have to do more of a show is going to be absolutely worth it. Plus, the more bingo lanes they have to do, the more we get to see them suffer.
RuneScape is not a game that I personally enjoy playing, but RuneScape is a game that makes amazing content. The thing is that traditionally with RuneScape content, it's because there's long things that happen in RuneScape that can be condensed down into amazing, like short form-ish content. But they're doing a bingo board. It's chaotic. It's like, it's go, go, go. It's the joy of watching RuneScape content with the pace of condensed RuneScape content, except it's live for like 3 to 4 hours. And the runners have been amazing to work with so far. We are really looking forward to it. We actually specially requested it.
It's actually, now that I think about it, it's just RPG for the rest of the day. We have Darkest Dungeon coming up after this, which is a crowd control, so please make Aishma suffer. Where are you?
Who's on commentary for that?
Hi. I can hear, I don't see him, but I can feel him in the room somewhere.
Oh, hi, Aishma.
I can, where
Hello.
Hello, I want chat to make you suffer. For charity.
Oh, wait, we met the blindfolded donation, so I'm just going to...
Is that you just tuning into that?
No, but I was going to put towards it because I want my shirt. Because when people donate, you can get your shirt. It's great.
That's
but now
I RuneScape now.
Oh, I was gonna say I could put it towards Aishma suffering.
I think we would need
both is good.
I believe we would need somebody that's a bit more technically knowledgeable than us to come and explain how that's going to work. But yes, I'm absolutely like we ran out of time trying to put donations in right before our run, so you can bet that that's going to make the RuneScape boys have to suffer more with a 4th bingo line. So Onion Knight, the hero of FF3, is tiny and impossible to hit and an absolute nightmare. Anytime he appears on screen, we see red in our eyes and we just want to get him. Because he's such a pain in the backside.
4501, Staratar calls that in SI34, Mizzow will forget that Onion Knight is immune to damage and dash at him and press free energy instead of swift attack Needle Twister. Clip it. Show me it later.
You know, that made sense to absolutely nobody apart from me.
That's okay. It will make sense in 20 minutes.
I can't believe you're calling me out like this.
Yep, it will happen. This is coming from the guy that entered like 6 minutes because he forgot the soft reset, right? Like you're gonna end like 12 seconds.
Oh no, I got the building.
Oh no. The map and the variant of the map that Mizzow is on right now.
So it spawns. You spawn in the same place, but now the map is different. That building could just be gone, and you just zoom. Instead, there was just a building, and I had to walk all the way.
There's 3 variants: flat ground, 4 towers in each corner that you can just dash through the gap in the middle of, or a building that just decides that you lose like 15 seconds. I love speedrunning.
We do our best.
Speedrunning's great.
Speedrunning is great.
Yeah, I can't make a save state for that RNG.
Speaking of RNG, it's time to roll SI2. Yeah, so because we were mashing through it, you didn't see it, but one of the board skills we've now obtained is called Invisible. It sits in the same slot as Scan, Scan being completely useless to us. So this is just a raw 50-50 of do I get the good ability or the bad ability? And the good ability means we get to save, and I'm not joking, like 7 minutes. And if we get the bad ability, we're going to re-roll until we get the good ability, because it's a 40-second reset for a 7-minute time save.
7 minutes in like a 12-minute segment.
Okay, right, that's a 40-second loss, but we're still going for it. You'll see it in here. So what Invisible does is that mechanic that we explained at the beginning of the game, chaining, when you go against mobs that are adjacent to you, Invisible stops that from happening, which in the 3rd floor, you'll see how desperate we are for this ability. Because it turns a floor which would arguably be the worst in the game into basically Pac-Man. And you'll understand what I mean when we get there. No, that's 2 resets. Wonderful. I love this game. Ah, I hit the wrong button.
Either load state or accept the fact that I'm catching up to you, because I'm not pressing that reset button.
What are you doing?
Loading state.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
He's mercying me because I inted like a monkey, like a.
Oh no, I hit retry level, which that was like I'm actually just trolling myself.
That's inting your inting.
I inted my int. Okay,
That's
do it slower. Return to mode top. If you retry level, it doesn't reset the board skills. You actually have to go all the way out. Don't go to the start menu though. That's too far. You can go to this menu and then do it from there. Yeah, the crystal. Thank you. We've only seen this cutscene like 4 times now. Like, come on, game. Let's move it. This isn't actually all Dissidia is. Dissidia has actually got a massive PvP community, especially the second game, Dual Destiny, which has more characters and buffs and nerfs and new abilities and things like that. There's like...
Call my building.
Hey,
Call my building, bro.
I think you're going to get the 4.
I'm calling flat.
Oh, you got flat. Yeah, so that's how it was meant to be for me. So you just get to zoom straight through. Okay, so now that I have invisible, we are off. Like I said, it stops chaining from happening. It allows us to just rush through these fights. You're going to see it immediately here. So I've beat this fight. So from the knowledge we gained earlier, this fight behind me should go rawr, I want to fight you now, and it goes rawr, I want to fight you now, and I go no, see you later, bye bye.
Okay, so as was noted earlier, there was quite a gap in between the two of us because
give it one try.
Yeah, I'm gonna load in. You mean give it one try or reset it one time, so 2 tries?
No, like spawn in and see what you get.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like just load state without getting there. That's
squall.
No. Really funny if I am squall, get invisible, and then still have to load state.
No.
I should have for the punt just like loaded in as someone random. Load in as Terra.
That's not. No, not Terra. Jesus. Oh no, yours the name. Well done. Watch you get this first try now. Nope. See ya.
What? I got it first try.
Wow. Nobody saw it.
No, there was a red warning message. I don't know what it was. A blame tag. It wasn't me.
That's fine. I get game freezes. You get red warnings. We are peak advanced technology here at ESA. These games, we're running PSP games.
We're playing on custom console.
On yeah, sure, custom console.
Look,
sure.
Square Enix. My console's right here. This is my PSP. See?
It was a custom build game runner machine. Yes.
Sure, I'll take you on.
I'm trying very hard to not say the accursed E word. Sir, can you stop dodging? Thank you. Jeez. He stood still and just dodged on the spot. I'm like, sir, I'm trying to speedrun.
Easy peasy.
Takalai and PSP.
Takalai and PSP. PSP from the country of Takalai.
Where is that?
Where is the country Takalai?
Yeah.
Takalai.
Thanks. Don't be a geography teacher, man.
It is unironically somewhere in an ocean. That's not even. It's a tiny little island nation.
When I tell you what, everywhere on this planet is somewhere in the middle of an ocean. We're all islands.
Everything is an island if you like
Bring
think
back
wide
Pangea.
enough.
Peasy.
Just one big island that's split into a bunch of smaller, bigger islands.
So we're past it now, but that piece is actually very unique. It's a Bart's piece on the FF9 stage, but his entire gimmick is that he uses the Odin summon basically right at the start of the fight, which is a coin flip whether he breaks you or it does nothing. So our entire strategy for that is we don't commit to any attack until we see what happens. If he doesn't break us, we throw the free energy out, and if he does break us, we go in for the swift attack meal twister combo.
Did you get the Odin animation? Did you get the spawn that actually showed?
Yeah, I got the bad spawn.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, and he broke me.
There's, because of a spawn position RNG, there's 2 out of 3 spawns where you can just dash at him and get the free energy off, and as long as you're faster than 1.03 seconds, you'll hit him before he's able to cast Odin.
Welcome to that room I was talking about. All of those question marks, you walk past them, they're like, hello.
Ooh.
You clean?
No.
Why don't you just hit him again?
The Dane snapped his neck. Here's the spawn.
Yeah, so
Okay,
all of those
so
question
now I
marks
need
you
to
saw
watch,
there? Oh, go on.
and then I
There
can
you
press
go.
free energy. But if he hit, I would press Swift Attack and Meal Twister. And with the amount of damage that it does after Bravery Breaking me, and the amount of time that it takes that allows my Bravery to regen whilst in Bravery Break, I would just get back to my baseline initial bravery, and it would allow the Yumio Twister to do damage.
So some routing lore. I'm now on what we call Shade Impulse 2-4, also known as where Staratar came into the game and got lost, and 2 runners of the game watched him get lost and realized that it was faster.
I just wanted to have fun, man. Like, all of your fights are boring, so
We're fine.
I fought the harder one.
We when we had significantly reduced power in the old route, we would have to do 5 of the easier fights on this floor. And then Staratar got into the game, picked it up, tried to follow a route, stopped actually trying to follow it, just went and got lost, and we just happened to be in a call watching him going, "What are you doing?" and just let him go. And it was like, oh, wait a minute, that's faster.
Previously, we did not have the technology, TM. So, at the point at Feeding in which we started soft resetting to extend the 5x XP multiplier, we didn't used to have that tech. So we used to leave that at level 30 instead of level 73, which means that we were significantly weaker here, which means that some of these fights were effectively impossible, which meant that we fought 5 fights instead of 3 to get to the end. But I came in and was like, oh, I'm high level, I want to have some fun, let me fight some hard dudes. And then I fought 3 of them and went into the next level.
Credit where credit's due. Leonis and I had a race at Summer 23, and then Leonis about halfway through the week had to go home, and then on his way home discovered that tech. Never mind, I don't know what we're talking about, what just happened, because I've never seen that before.
What? You've never seen something before? At a marathon?
I had the lore spawn, the guaranteed one, and he dodged over my block.
That's crazy. You've actually been outplayed. That AI is like legitimately locked in.
We're starting to get that point in the game where anytime you see these kind of taller mannequin figures, it's like
the one that's about to appear on my screen.
There's just multiple levels of AI that we're having to work around, plus they actually have power to contest us. When that Sephiroth piece actually hit me, it was just more worthwhile to just take the loss and retry the fight, so that I could still make use of my first strike ability. Because if he hits me, that gets turned off and I don't get to do that anymore.
Oh, I should have went for that, honestly. I thought she was going to cast something else. What I should have did the first time is blocked her like that, but instead I didn't. When you block someone, you get increased critical strike chance, and I have an ability that means that when I block someone, my increased critical strike chance is actually increased even further. It's basically guaranteed.
Yeah, unless the opponent has anti-crit abilities on, it's like, no, you are going to hurt them.
Yeah, so I have an ability that means that if I'm the first person to land an attack in a fight, that attack has increased crit. If I hit the enemy from behind, which some of my attacks natively do, that ability has increased crit. If I block, those abilities have increased crit. If I'm in EX, I have increased crit. And crits do 5x damage.
It's a crazy multiplier, actually. Like, why is this game base crit rate times 5 damage?
That got nerfed.
Shall we give our lovely comment host a chance to catch up on things?
Yes, because Sephiroth is dead.
What wonderful! Yes, that is the entire story of FF7.
That's like an actually.
That's canonical to that game.
It's easy. Let's go, Zeta.
Wonderful. We had, while we were playing, we had a $100 donation from Pikathor saying, "Long-time viewer, first time in the crowd. Got to see this blindfolded final boss fight, by the way. Goosebird is the best. Goosebird is best Final Fantasy." Nice. And that was also put towards killing Jill in the Golden Sun run. Yeah, so check those polls there out as well when you're donating. Thank you very much, Pikathor, for the donation. We also have $25 from, I'm going to pronounce this maybe, and no message, but snagging one of the wonderful keychains that we have available as a reward.
Trust me, sorry. Oh wait, no, you killed him.
Thank you very much for that. Sorry, back to you.
No, carry on.
No, I interrupted them. If you've got more, please go.
Oh, absolutely. We have messages. You have fans. We have $50 from J-Crow. Good luck, both Miz and Star. Also picking up one of our wonderful shirts there. So thank you very much, J-Crow.
Thank you, J-Crow. We miss you.
I think J-Crow, very unfortunately for Mr. J-Crow himself, got that donation in about a minute. Less than a minute before you announced the O2 RuneScape incentives, and Mr. J-Crow is an enormous RuneScape fan.
He'd be having the time of his life here right now.
If you go back through old ESA Summer and ESA Winter VOD, you could probably see him sat in like the 11th row of the audience behind the wall, sitting playing Old School RuneScape on his phone, watching runs.
Oh yeah, and that was put towards the RuneScape bingo.
Good,
boy!
good. Let's go.
Yeah, so there was another $50 there added. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, J Crow. I want to see that, and part of the reason that I want to see that is that the incentive doesn't end until one of the runners wins the race.
Technically, yeah.
So they can go into their bingo board with a plan for their 3 specific lines and go, oh, I'm not going to need that because I only need three lines. And then 2 hours 45 into the run, we tell them, oh, hey, you're doing a 4th line. And they're like, wait, but we skipped that bit earlier. And they need to go back and do it.
You saw nothing.
You'll be sorry.
I'm not skipping cutscenes to distract you. I need Robo Sparkle to come distract you.
No, do not tell Robo to send me more puns. He's going to do it tonight when we're hosting. Like, I know what he's cooking.
Oh, think about the amount of puns that you can make with an MMO.
I dread not to. Oh, so you'll never believe this. I magically got Macer Eye and Invisible. I definitely did not have Temblar and Scan.
Sure, I'll take
Oh yeah, there's like there's 2 50/50s in SI and SI3. And then in SI4 there's a 3-way coin flip. You need to land exactly on 3. 3-sided dice don't even exist.
Did you know that Dissidia had a mobile game? It's not around anymore.
Oh yeah. Wow, where am I going?
Apparently it was crazy good.
Dissidia Upper Omnia. It closed, I think earlier this year. I think like literally during winter.
That's a shame.
It was not dissimilar in gameplay, but not dissimilar in concept from like Final Fantasy Record Keeper, where like you get to play like a small mobile RPG as your favorites from Final Fantasy, like the full cast basically.
I think we just need to mass petition Square Enix to bring like a modern, don't mess with it, just a modern version of Duodecim
These warning signs, man, I don't get it.
to
I got 10 more scan.
like PS5 or Steam.
Let's not talk about that.
You'll be sorry. I got you now.
Oh, I know what fight you're on. You guys genuinely might not believe this story, but the fight Mizzow's on, what happens is it didn't used to be in the run, but then I picked up this video game and I got lost.
Got lost again.
And
The
so
other
what
floor.
I was doing is I was doing the run, but I wasn't looking at the VODs. This has never happened to me before.
So what was it? There's 4 Dissidia games. There was the one in the mobile that's not here anymore. There's NT that we don't talk about, and then there was Dissidia Final Fantasy and Duodecim that both came out in the PSP. Duodecim's like the one where there's still like massive PvP communities for, and they're very, very lovely. There's Discords out there, you can find them no problem if you were interested in even just, you know, having some casual gaming matches. Garland, come here. Where art thou going?
Okay. I've got a theory. Right? We need a 5th Dissidia game. Hear me out.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, I'm hearing you out.
There's 5 Dissidia games. Right? And the only one that people play anymore is the 2nd one. And it's a fighter. Right? So we need Dissidia Ultimate because Duodecim is Dissidia Melee.
We would need Dissidia Brawl then, next.
Dissidia Brawl is NT. That's what we don't talk about it.
I love Brawl! What the don't slander the one Smash game I'm okay at.
I hope you trip.
I have no rebuttal to that. I have nothing for that.
Thank you.
We're just determined to talk about every game that isn't our own, aren't we? God, we should bring Brawl to USA.
No, we shouldn't. Oh, full subspace enemy.
Yeah, full Subspace Emissary co-op. That's a banger idea.
There's
Somebody write that down. Somebody write that down for us. Send it to me.
I'm retrying because this guy's AI is dependent on his spawn position.
Yeah, so one of our board skills there, Mace or Eye, is just we actually used it on Kefka way back at like 5 minutes, like 10 minutes into the run. It's a single target attack you use on a mannequin before you fight them, and it just decreases their current HP by 20%. 20%. It makes a big difference on this fight because it means it reduces the 2 to 3 attacks that you need to defeat them down to 1 or 2. And this fight is horrible to be in for a long length of time, especially after that first hit where we were talking about earlier where AI changes. When he's at low HP, he just becomes barbarically powerful.
There's also
I'm drifting.
all maps have their baseline version of the maps and have an alternate version with a gimmick. So for example, the one with Exdeath on it earlier where Mizzow got blocked by a large building and I just decided to saunter on past an empty field. The gimmick on that map is that every X amount of time, both players' bravery is reduced by 10% of its current.
Real quick, this is actually something we call drift route. You've seen this this map here. If you can go around the outside of the map and fight 3 incredibly easy fights, we don't talk about Squall, or you can go through the middle and fight 2 incredibly hard ones. If these fights go well, it saves you about 20 seconds. If they go terribly, we're talking over a minute. So I'm going to shut up for
Give me pride of
and do
Misha.
these.
Sure, I'll take
Give me pride. Garland's easy. Garland's so easy. I say as I like just lost time to our Garland piece, but that Garland's easy.
I got you now.
The next fight he's going to do is an Ultimacia piece, and I think I'd be right in saying it's probably the most difficult piece on any board that isn't exactly the final boss that we'll be doing quite tilted.
It has everything. You need to be perfect with timing, perfect with movement, perfect with decision making. It's on a very wide open airborne stage where she can just go wherever.
Beneficial for her.
And the moment you also can't actually do a lot of damage to her. If you start trying to commit tons of damage to her, her summon kicks in and decreases your output by like 80%. It's awful. So I'm just gonna shut up for a second.
He needs to manipulate her AI because she does the summon at a certain bravery value, and normally we would dash at her and hit her with an attack that would break her, but it would do too much damage. So we need to dash at her and hit her with a 3 energy to start to reduce our bravery to 0, so that then we damage her and get a bravery break off. Our bravery doesn't exceed a certain amount for a certain duration of time that would cause her to use a summon that absolutely cripples you. It reduces your current bravery by half, it reduces your initial bravery by half, and it reduces the bravery damage that you do by half. It changes like a 3 HP attack fight into like a 7+ HP attack fight. And the longer the fight goes on, the worse her AI gets. She becomes incredibly defensive. It is.
Yeah, she'll learn to perfect block you into doing instant counter attacks that generate her like 3k bravery. It's very brutal. It was going super well. She ended up very high in the air and she kind of like DI'd away from me. So she was further away from me than the max length of my dash. And I just couldn't get the swift attack in time. But it worked out. That was probably about time equal, maybe -5.
And as I'm behind, it would be legitimately shameful if I chose not to do it. So I can.
Technically, your route.
It is my route.
Technically, you kind of cooked that one up and then I adopted it. You cooked it up and I'm pretty sure then I went and looked at, okay, how can we make this consistent?
For what it's worth, this is like doing this is like actually the worst idea possible.
Especially
like the only person that could create something so devious is myself.
You are in fact a rat.
No, like nobody else has looked at this and went, oh, you know what, that looks like a good idea. I was like, oh, how can I make like the people that enjoy running this game suffer?
You came into this game and just made it difficult. It's very funny. It's faster, but it's more difficult, which makes it a lot more enjoyable. Oh yeah, so that was Garland.
Huh?
That was
What? He dodged my full Mio Twister. he's legitimately wall hacked.
What is happening over there?
My opponent's type /no clip, man. What is this?
How many clips are we getting to get out of this run? This is a disaster.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's Garland. So I'm out of Shade Impulse 3, which means there's only 2 floors left. So we're now going into Shade Impulse 4, which is where the final boss is going to be, and the good people at home and in the audience donated to make us suffer. Thanks for that.
Speaking of donations,
oh, fire in, Chief.
Get him going, Zeta.
oh, I have a $10 anonymous donation without a message, but putting it towards the choice of racer in the Diddy Kong Racing and also the Pseudo Regalia Time Trials target. So thank you very much, Anonymous. And speaking of Anonymous, I have another Anonymous $10 donation without a message, but also contributing to the Pseudo Regalia target there. So thank you everyone for these donations. If you would like to donate yourself, support Alzheimerfonden in their... Well,
No, go. Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, bad things are happening to me. I'm sorry, Zeta.
yeah, no, no worries. That's the reaction. You know, you definitely do want to support them. Go to the website, check out the donations. When you do, check out the rewards, the targets, the polls we have there. Put in a donation, small, big, you know, whatever you can and want to contribute with. Thanks a lot for the donations so far. And yeah, back to you.
This is this is like me sowing versus me reaping. Me creating this route, like
You're reaping what you sowed.
sounding like a good idea. That was tons of fun. This where she's like managing to get the.
Zeta, could I physically borrow your body?
Say yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
For the integrity of those at home and in the audience, could you come see how good this is?
Okay, yeah.
They can't just take my word for it. I'm running the game. Of course I would say it's working.
Why did you tell me to do this? Why did you let me have such a bad idea?
You chose to do it. If you could test both of those for us so that people, the good people at home know that we're not...
You did all right.
faking
Okay,
it.
you know what? I'm just gonna do this, and it's gonna be a showcase of how like legitimately awful this is. And then
Thank you.
Oh wow.
You want that in the microphone?
What? Hello? I couldn't see anything.
Good. Okay. So mine's works. Just so you know, we do things proper around here.
I would like to note that if mine doesn't work, it isn't my fault.
Actually, it was actually audience members and people at. And these aren't ours. They were kindly donated to us for this nonsense.
I have no idea how you're going to do this, but good luck.
Us either. We don't know how we're going to do it either. It's going to be a miracle if we get out of this. How's our timer looking? Oh, it's going to be a miracle if this comes under.
I'm not.
Just go fast. Be a speedrunner. Yeah, so there's two mannequins here, but the next one is actually the final boss, so I'm going to get ready with this nonsense. I'm very grateful that whoever gave this to me, this is incredibly clean. I believe they washed it. God bless them. I'll have to wash it before I give it back to them.
I also hope they watched it.
So, for those of you at home and in the audience, I apologize for what you're about to witness. This isn't going to be pretty. Pardon me. Y'all made me do this. Where's my controller? It's upside down! Who put that there? Actually, am I on the boss? Okay, I'm on the boss. Right.
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
The messenger is standing at the gate.
I'm in the air now. He's high. No, he's not. That was divine punishment. I've lost way too much bravery. Lost way too much. This is a long cutscene when you're trying to do this. There's 3 phases of this, by the way. Where's the camera? There's 3 of these. And if I die at any point, I go back to the start. Where is he? Okay, but he's here now. See ya, nerd. Where'd he go?
I need to increment my save state. There's that red warning sign again. Technology, man. These PSVs just don't make them like they used to.
I'm caught in that. Get up high. It is calling me. I want to go. Come here, you. He nearly broke out there. Oh god, that was a freeze. The entire game just cut there. I'm not critting. I'm in front of him, aren't I? I'm not critting. He's not broken yet.
You'll get there soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I should be at the roof by. I should be at the ceiling by now, but I don't know which direction I am in relative to him. I can't really get behind him.
It takes a while because he has so much HP, you know.
Yeah, you do like next to no damage from the front.
Yeah. I get it.
At least the tune's good. Oh, okay, he nearly broke out there. So. Ah!
Oh, that's actually unfortunate.
He's summoning? Okay. Oh, where's he going? Come here. No, I've lost him. No, he's got me now. Oh, that's condemned. Okay, I've picked them back up again.
You got a lot of bravery back.
I'm very sure. Yeah, so he hit me with the divine punishment, so his bravery should have reset. Oh, not at this. We shouldn't be at the ceiling yet. It sounds like yeah, that sounds like the crit noises. Why isn't he breaking?
There's the break.
Where is he?
This can't be.
Did I die?
No, you're good.
Oh, for goodness sakes!
Just push retry.
He was not for breaking.
He has so much man at Demon Stance.
That was going so well as well.
Oh, what am I doing?
I don't know
Wait,
what you're doing. I can't see what you're doing.
No, like I'm legit.
That's the gimmick.
I'm legitimately punting because I'm watching you punt. It's insane.
Ow. Up. Okay. And nah, too much bravery. I must have been hitting him from the front, and that's why he wasn't breaking before. That's a shame. It was on the third one as well. Come on, where are you going? Ah! Oh! I hope this is enough. It was not. I'm in danger. Haha! Nice try, idiot. Okay, that's a better start. Yeah, let's give the final boss attacks where you need to make 3 perfect parries. No, he's high. Oh. There it is. Bump. Come on. Where you go? Where is he? Oh, okay, that's not good. Oh. Oh, hello, there he is. Right, come on, up to the ceiling with you. Did my game just freeze? Okay. I must be in front of him. keeps trying to break out. I can feel him like, it's like when I feel the first attack of my Tempest hit him, I can kind of tell how far away he is. He keeps trying to like fall to the, like quickly fall to the ground. I think. How much bravery do you have? What's going on? The problem is if I attack him, he doesn't die. I'll have 0 bravery, and he'll just combo me into oblivion, and I have to start from phase 1 again. So if I don't hear the break, I'm not risking it. Come on. There's a crystal. Yeah, Zidane, I get it. We're going too slow. I'm working on it. There's another EX core. He hasn't tried to break out for a while. Oh, nearly. I'm gonna watch this back and find out that I broke him right at the very start, aren't I? Third? How's that the third core and we're not finished yet? What's happening? Time.
I've been trying to buff you for a while. You be quiet next time, man. I'm being blindfolded for about 4 minutes. Got the block.
Your arrogance will be your
Did I drop the input? I'm not hearing it because I'm pause buffering.
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
Oh, right, I'm literally listening for the wrong audio. Okay.
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
Three. Did he do Demon Dance, bro?
Do you want the answer?
Did he do Demon Dance?
No, you got condemned.
I got what? What?
You got condemned. Good start.
Okay, just do that 2 more times, please. I know you're AI Chaos. Just come here, bro. He did a claws after a ground slam.
Yes.
Did I miss the swift attack after the ground slam?
He was nowhere near you.
Do it a third time, please, Chaos. Please, 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 please do it a third. No, no, no. Not time, not time, not time.
He's on phase 3 now.
Please give me a third flame ball. Silence. Yes, we win. 3.
Let's go.
2, 1. Time! What a struggle, man. He wasn't for behaving.
Good race, bro.
Good stuff, man. You were tempesting him at 4-9 for about 8 years.
I did not hear the break.
Yes, I know. It was very funny. You had many people laughing at
If he
you.
utter chaosed me at 0 bravery, I was going back to phase 1. I was not risking it. I did not hear the break at any point.
Oh, that was great. That was quality. And then I had to listen to you commentate because you didn't think I was blindfolded yet because you were blindfolded for about 4 minutes. There was a point in time where I just paused right before the start of my fight because I was listening to the audio cue and you were going and I couldn't hear, but I didn't want you to let you know.
That was fun.
That is a fun fight blindfolded.
So for context, we didn't actually see each other do our blindfolded practice. It's very interesting to see how different your style was on that.
My style was just hit it at the start, fail and then retry for apparently far too long.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even consider doing pause buffer strategies.
Yes.
I just wanted to go for audio cues.
I was on that for way too long. I got that 5 times in 10 minutes in practice. When it's like a
That's good. It's
Yeah.
a long fight.
It's at least 20 seconds per phase. 3 times. It's at least a minute each. I was getting it with the.
I did. I got taken out in phase 3 at one point. I need to watch that back and see what happened.
Yeah.
It was getting to the point where it
behaving.
was like I could hear the EX core spawning, and it's like I was counting them. I was like, how have I had 3 of these and he's not?
How
broken?
could you live for 3 whilst blindfolded?
Look, I've been playing this game for years.
Right.
Right, let's wrap this up.
We're going to move on to Darkest Dungeon. We've got crowd control coming up. It's going to be an interesting run. Let's get things moving.
Don't worry.
We've got stuff
Thanks,
on
we are the first run of the event to go over. Wonderful.
Are we
That's
actually?
in classic
Hey.
Scottish style. We're late. So, thank you.
Let's get moving.
Thanks everybody. Thanks everybody at home that donated. Especially the fact that you...
Thanks for the incentive.
Yeah, you made our incentive in like 2 minutes. Thank you for that. Stay around. You want to see more chaotic RPG nonsense? Ishma, make him suffer.
To where we're supposed
Please,
to be.
send him my regards. He's going to hunt me down at the event now.
Back to
Thank you
this
very
video.
much. Back to the hosts. Woo!